O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Ahurquit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
Welcome to today's Deep Dives. Imagine if the CIA declassified a manual on, well, how to hack reality. A literal guide proving that solid matter is just an illusion and that your consciousness can, bypass space and time entirely.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds exactly like a sci-fi pitch, right? But we're actually looking at a real 1983 CIA and Army assessment. It's a deep dive into the Gateway process.
Right. It's this incredibly dense neurobiological report decoding the consciousness-altering techniques developed by Robert Monroe.
Exactly. And the whole mission of this research was to see if human beings could, break out of the physical limitations of the human body.
So to actually interface with the universe like this, you can't just use your standard chaotic brain. You have to, upgrade your biological hardware first.
Right. You need total coherence. And the Monroe Institute did this using an audio tech called HemiSync. They basically exploited this, well, it's a biological loophole called the frequency following response.
Wait, how does that actually work?
Well, if you play a 100 hertz acoustic tone in someone's left ear and, say, a 104 hertz tone in their right ear, the brain gets confused. It can't natively process those two separate tones.
So it just kind of makes up the difference.
Exactly. It invents this phantom 4 hertz beat to bridge the gap. And that specific 4 hertz frequency forces the left logical hemisphere and the right intuitive hemisphere to sync up perfectly.
Which completely shifts your baseline. I mean, the report has this analogy I absolutely love. It says normal waking consciousness is like an incandescent lamp. The light scatters everywhere.
Right, so the energy is just super weak and unfocused.
Yeah. And HemiSync essentially turns the brain into a laser beam. It tightens up all that neuroelectrical energy to pierce right through localized space-time.
But, pointing a laser doesn't work if your hand is shaking.
Yeah.
To transmit this highly focused mind, your physical body has to go totally silent. You have to overcome this thing the military report calls the bifurcation echo.
I have to admit, I had never heard that term before. What exactly is echoing around inside us?
It's your heartbeat. Every time your heart pumps blood down your aorta, that pressure wave hits your lower abdomen and bounces back up toward your head.
Oh, wow. So it's literally a physical echo.
Yeah, it creates this continuous chaotic vibration throughout your entire skeleton. You don't consciously feel it, but you're constantly vibrating. But through profound relaxation, your heart rate drops, and that chaotic wave smooths into a continuous 7 hertz sine wave.
Wait, isn't 7 hertz a highly specific number in physics?
It is. It perfectly matches the exact resonant frequency of Earth's ionosphere.
Hold on. So by calming down our internal biological static, we physically plug in to the Earth's electrostatic field. We literally turn the human body into like a telepathic carrier wave.
That's the idea. You become a receiver and a transmitter for non-local information.
Okay, so if my body is now this massive planetary antenna, what exactly is the brain tuning into?
A massive universal hologram. The assessment strips away materialism entirely, arguing that solid matter doesn't actually exist. It's all just energy oscillating at different speeds.
Right, and when your brainwaves accelerate enough, the perceived spatial distances between those energy particles just drop.
Exactly. They drop below Planck's distance, which is 10 to the negative 33 centimeters. At that point, movement and energy basically come to a total rest.
So consciousness just clicks out of normal space-time entirely.
Yes. You enter the broader universe, which is structured as this massive, torus-like, self-contained cosmic egg, where past, present, and future are all happening at the exact same time.
Which implies we aren't just passively observing this cosmic matrix. There's this focus 12 state where you can use a technique called patterning to project a desired outcome into the hologram.
Right. You project a highly coherent thought into the matrix, and it forces the universe to logically manifest it.
Wait, I have to push back on the mechanics of that.
Yeah.
If we are patterning, we aren't just reading the matrix. We essentially get admin access to rewrite the code of reality. That sounds like magic.
I mean, think of the universe as a malleable hologram generated by consciousness itself. If you inject a laser-focused, perfectly coherent thought into it, the hologram has to recalculate and realign local physical circumstances.
Because to the universe, your focused thought is as real as physical matter.
As long as the mind is coherent enough, yeah.
The sheer scale of this is mind-bending. The ultimate takeaway from this military assessment isn't just some neat trick for meditation.
No, it's the realization that you are not a fragile biological machine. You are an immortal node capable of rewriting the 4D holographic interference pattern of reality.
Though, the Gateway documentation does explicitly warn against forcing the pace of patterning, like lest you drastically dislocate your own reality.
Yeah, they were very clear that causing profound psychological harm is a real risk if you try to change too much too fast.
Which leaves me with this final thought for you to mull over. If the CIA possessed the exact protocols to reprogram the universal hologram back in 1983, what historical events have been patterned into our current reality by someone sitting in a heavily classified Focus 12 state? Are we all just living inside someone else's successfully executed reality hack?